Looks we're live on a cold winter Wednesday afternoon. Is anybody in the country warm? How's everybody doing? It's been a month since we got together. Absolutely too long. Absolutely. And I thought about everybody on New Year's Day because we're going to have a live then. But how's everybody doing? Off to a good start this year, I hope. Hope everybody had a great holiday season, a good New Year's. Hope everybody's doing well. Other than cold. So, yeah, we're even cold here. We got some snow and ice. Well, typical South. It snowed for like 20 minutes. Then it changed over to sleet. Then it changed over to rain. Then it froze. So we actually were out without power for a little bit, which is very rare. Jackson Electric keeps our power on, bless their heart. But how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's had a good holiday season. We're off to a new year. Absolutely. Plenty of room to screw things up. Yeah. Okay. I'll start. Right. Yeah. I got a great craft fail. Well, great. I wouldn't go as far as to say that, but yeah, just a dumbass move. Dumbass attack struck me again. Uh, I don't know if everybody's familiar with that. I've got DAA, dumbass attack syndrome. Yeah. Yeah. There's no symptoms of an upcoming attack, right? And my doctor seemed a little irritated that I came in with a real problem. So, yeah, no cure. I'm gonna have to live with this. Okay. So anyway, so Dean, Shane, y'all first in my shop today. I hope you're doing good. It's good to see everybody's name pop up. It's a good day to work on leather. And if we can't work on it, it's a good day to talk about working on leather. We got some stuff to look at, got some stuff to talk about. One of my New Year's resolutions, in fact, we'll talk about that in a minute. I think I started with 9. One. I've kept one going. So, well, 14 days. Woo, Chuck, good discipline. I don't have the discipline of Carrie, who's gone without coffee for, I don't even know at this point. But everybody, Jerry King, it's good to see your name pop up. Ron Dowdy, hello, right back to you. Mike Stockard, good. Good afternoon to you. Let's see, Robert. Hello, Chuck Newbie here. Robert, glad to hear that. I hope you're enjoying the craft, and I hope this is worth your time. I certainly do. Hope you're making some beautiful stuff and enjoying every minute of it. We've got the best craft going, right? The holidays prove that. How many people have the ability to make the level of gifts that we make for folks? Very few, very few. So it's a great craft and great people, and you can see it here and you can see it on the fan page. It's a pleasure to be a part of y'all. It really is. It really is. So let's see. All right. So let's see. Let me get back over here because Shane, got to stay on me, man, because I've been putting some thought into this. Don't forget the armor series. So Shane, we might get in touch with each other because I think I think you're going to be my guinea pig. Yeah. So the armor, I got a great suit. We're talking to Weaver about doing patterns. I think it'd be 7 pattern packs with the counters, best use, pauldrons, cuirass, chouse, greaves, gauntlets. Um, I just don't know. I mean, I love my armor. It's great. It's comfortable. You can run in it. I mean, real armor. I just don't know if mine is good enough. I just, some of the stuff I've seen out there, I got a pretty good suit, but anyway, so Shane might just get together with you and see what happens there, right? 'Cause this just with the armor, it's like a saddle. There's just a bazillion little tricks and things, to make it work just right, make sure those pauldrons are square and everything's comfortable. Um, I tend to connect my chouse to my cuirass. I've got 2 billets, so the chouse connect to the cuirass. That puts a lot of weight on the shoulders. And when you add a sword and a cloak and a pouch and chouse and greaves, it starts to get heavy on the shoulder. I add padding, which is another trick, make little pads inside. Anyway, Shane, we might talk on that. We might talk on that. So, and let's see, let me back up here. All right. So, Robert, I think, yeah, Robert. Okay. Having trouble with dyeing, leaf streaks when I dip dye. Okay. Oddly enough, great question. We must have ESP in, right? But I'm actually talking a little bit about dip dyeing today. but I might say a couple of good points. First off, um, I'm not sure what dye you're using. I would prefer the pro dye. I can't honestly say if the alcohol dip dyes as well. I think it does. I just don't ever use the standard dye. No other reason than I went to pro dye and I never looked back. But I might offer at least a couple of suggestions. Pro dye if you're not already using it, but if you are, there's still some more tips and tricks. Um, when you run your panel through your dye, we want to, clip, just tap it on the edges of the dye bin, let some of that excess dye drip off, but then drop it over flat and take a cotton rag, just a good rag, soft rag, and just wipe up any excess dye that may still be there on the top grain. That could help. But also, too, I notice sometimes when we dye a belt, we've got our size holes or rivet holes or whatever holes are on it. The dye tends to stick more around the outside, and it's a little bit lighter in between each one of those. Just again, try maybe something like a belt or a strap. Maybe as we pull that belt out, maybe keep that rag close and just kind of mop off that excess dye as we pull that strap through. That seems to help me. But also, there's a possibility that it's the leather itself, not trashing your leather by any means. But I have always noticed that, first off, thicker leathers, maybe like at 7 to 8, 8 to 9, they always seem to dye better than a 3 to 4, 4 to 5. The lighter weights always seem to really absorb that dye and that oil, and they hold it. So I tend to run smaller straps and things through a dye a little bit faster. That gives me more a better color. Um, so I might at least see if that helps. See if that helps you. We just did the gun belt, and oh boy, a dip dye, and it just came out beautifully. We'll look at that here in just a minute. Um, but see if that helps. But if not, Robert, you're always welcome to email us. Yeah, email me through the Weaver website, and I'll see if I can't help. I'll see if I can offer some more advice there because dip dye, it's just a great, easy, quick, clean way to go. Now, the downside, it's going to chew up about 30% more dye than if we just dye. But I mean, for ease, for cleanup, for consistency, it's the best way to go. Absolutely. So, Robert, I hope that helps. Email me if it doesn't. We'll see if we can't get to the bottom of the problem for you. I'm happy to help. Happy to help. Absolutely. Let's see. Lane. Hello, right back across the pond. Hope y'all are staying warm over there. I haven't really been looking at y'all's temps because I kind of been watching ours. So I'm going to the mothership next week. Luckily, some friends are staying with us for about 2 weeks. So my wife won't be here by herself. Um, so like 2 days ago, I was looking at the temp. It showed -10, like Tuesday morning. And then Wednesday morning, it was -8. So that's better. That's more like summer. I don't even own the clothes, but luckily now it's down to just -1, I think. It's the coldest I've ever been in. Or no, 6. It's the coldest I've ever been in. That was in North Georgia one year and Colorado. So, um, and everybody's getting spanked with this thing. Luckily, the temps seem to be a little higher than they were first forecasting. I hope so. Man, I heat my shop with kerosene, and it's gotten ridiculous expensive over the last 3 years. Used to just be, it's like a couple of dollars a gallon. It's more trouble to go get it than to pay for it. But I've got 5-gallon cans, $162 to get 25 gallons of kerosene. So I'm just going real easy on it. But my shop's like 55 when I get in the morning. It's like 55 in here. So it's like 10 before it actually warms up enough to actually work because it's hard to do videos when your hands are blue and shaking. Right? Not a good look for the videos. But anyway, so let's see. Uh Jim Jenkins, Mass Cooper. It's good to see your name pop up, y'all. Hope everybody's off to a good start this year. Conrad, hello, beautiful people. It's funny you say that, Conrad. I feel the same way. I really do. Hello, beautiful people. Conrad, thanks for putting that up there. Okay, Shane, it was super cold this morning here in Southern Illinois. Ooh, -2. Burr. I agree. Talked to my boss. I'm like, I don't own clothing to go into 10 below. So I actually thought, okay, going up Sunday, I was gonna see if somebody can like meet me at Walmart and show me what I need to buy to live in that. But this is my winter clothing. I know I have a coat somewhere. Not really. I have a coat, I just don't have that level of coat. And I sure hate to die going from the hotel to my truck. And my truck gonna handle that? So I'm gonna take it in on Friday to get an oil change, but also because guys, I gotta go into some really cold weather. As the truck, good antifreeze and whatnot. Just not used to living in weather like that. And I kind of think y'all aren't either up there. So everybody's complaining, but it will come back. But again, excuse me. Yeah, I shot all morning and I'm not supposed to be doing that. Anyway, all right, let's see where we are. Taylor Miller. Taylor, I hope you're doing well. Carrie, saw your comment. And we'll get to that because I got so many cool, like Jerry Kane. What great stuff is everybody working on this year? I'm working on 2 holsters. Nice. I hope the video helped because that was one gun rig, really standard Leathercraft project. And it's taken me 9 years to get to this, kind of, sort of, because all right, so at the beginning of the year, I was like, okay, I have this folder and clipboard, and legal pad, and it's just all the ideas for projects, just a big catch-all. So like, okay, that's enough of that. I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna organize this list into strong, average, and weak project ideas. It's 3 pages long. It really is. It's 3 After I've been doing this for 9 years, I still have 3 pages of projects. Shoulder holster. We got to do this. That if you wear a sidearm, a shoulder holster, with that you can do jumping jacks. I mean, you don't even feel it's there. That's one of them. There's so many more we got to do. I was gonna print out the list, but I'm like, nah, leave it there. I just, paperless society, my butt, right? And my printer, man. Okay, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Just my camera is a Canon. I bought 2 when I started at Weaver, and I think I started in 2016. Do you believe I'm still using the same Canon camera? It's a T6i. Go Canon. I love Canon. And my copier, my printer, it's a competitor. How is it that every time I print something, your printer needs attention? I just it's got paper, it's got, right, every time I hit print, but ding, your printer needs attention. Yeah. Okay, I'm enough bitching. All right, enough bitching. So, all right, so let's say more of these. Okay, but Carrie. Um, okay, so Carrie, been praying. You've been in my prayers on this one. Well, I've been hired at a job. The job isn't in computers, it's a job transporting local crew to their job sites for the railroad. I'm a big railroad fan. I'm a model railroader. That's cool. And I'm hoping it's good pay. Gary, I hope it is. Let's see. I did the onboarding paperwork today. Okay, let's see. I have to find. All right, next try out my first day of work on this. Yeah, just hit send before you finish this. I never do that. Yeah, no. Sorry. Voice will keep it. Well, I got voice for another hour. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, yeah, my voice is usually good between 10 and 4. Before that and after that, yeah. Anyway, so, all right. Okay, Taylor Miller. Let's see. Answer Jerry. I'm actually taking a break from the holiday rush. Yeah, I'm with you, Taylor, because you're right. I mean, even Christmas Eve, I'm in my shop, man, pushing out those last few products. So anyway, yeah, it's good to step away for a minute. Absolutely. But you know what? When you come back, nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. And that's something I find funny about Leathercraft. I started Leathercraft in college. I don't know where 15 minutes went. So why doesn't work go this fast? So we're doing a giveaway. Anyway, I'm going to come back. We'll get to that here in just a second. The point is, I started Leathercraft in the 80s, and I've always been surprised that very little has changed. The prices have gone up a little bit, but that's really not the materials themselves. That's more shipping and whatnot. I've actually been very surprised how little the craft changed because I fell out of it. We all got into it, and then younger in life, you get out, you're going to go to the clubs at night. It's kind of takes a back seat until you mid-30s. You settle into a home, probably married, kids. Now we're looking for a craft, and we remember back. Oh, I had a great time in leather. That's the 2 points that people typically pick up leather more seriously. Um, Early 30s and 60s. Once we retire, we're looking for something to do. Wow, Leathercraft. Not only does that give us something to do, something we love, start doing some shows. And those little shows might could just pay for your trip to wherever. Go somewhere, do a show for the weekend. It's so many great things. Anyway, all right, so all right. Oh, let's do okay, not wait a minute. We're gonna come back to that because I got a gift from a viewer from Kevin. Very cool. All right, but let's do this because it's 3:15. We need to get this rolling. We're gonna do a giveaway, a single shoulder, and it's one of my favorite cuts of leather for us crafters. So the word is shoulder. The entry word is shoulder. Just type that in. Now we need to keep this contiguous US. Yeah, we changed that for right before Christmas, but this one, boss said, let's keep this contiguous US. So just put in the word shoulder. That's going to enter you into the contest. And then at 3:45, Miriam's going to pick a winner and tell us what weight you want, your name, address, and phone, and we'll get a free single shoulder on their way to you. And I got to tell you, I think the Weaver single shoulders are the best. I think they're best out there because we've been buying them from the same tannery since the day we started. They know what they're doing, and they're huge. Don't hold me to that, but they're huge. Don't tell the boss I said that, but they're huge. I'm always surprised. Um, we used to do Blade Show here in Atlanta. We haven't done that in 2 years now, I think. Or last year was our first miss. Anyway, the point is, we take like 8 rolls of single shoulders, sell every one of them, and they were huge. I was always surprised at the size of them. Some of them came through almost as big as double shoulders. So, anyways, a great cut. Great price and great quality for us crafters, and we've got those in multiple weights. So anyway, type in shoulder. That'll enter you into the contest, and then I'll go back through all this here once 3:45 jumps up. But anyway, what I was gonna say right here, decorative gorget. Is that not beautiful? This is from Kevin Wise. He's one of our viewers. Kevin made that for me. Did a beautiful job on this. In fact, let's look at this. Yeah, very historical item, right? Got the leather element logo on it. Very cool, Kevin. It's got my name. It's got his maker's mark on it. Love it. Kevin, thank you. I'm going to hang that on the wall in my shop. Man, I'll think about you every time I walk by that. Beautiful gift, Kevin. Thank you so much. Now, I promised Kevin I would take a picture of me with it on the set so he could hang that in his shop. With the holidays, Kevin, it kind of got put aside. No, it didn't get put aside. I totally forgot. Kevin, I'll take care of you on that one. But beautiful gift, man. Thank you so very much. This will always, from here on out, be in my shop. Very nice gift. Thank you for thinking of me. All right. So, all right, let's see. That wraps that up. Let's jump back over here because I always fall so far behind on these. Get my script. Okay, let's do this because talking about the script, okay, so New Year's. Does anybody do resolutions? I mean, I don't know. Some people just say, nope, not going to do it. I don't need to fail at something else. Right? I at least take a stab at it. Right? So I had, let's see, 10 New Year's resolutions. 14 days at what? Today's the 15th. Okay. 2 weeks and a day into this, I'm down to 1. Okay. So those folks that say I don't need, I kind of get it. I kinda get it, but the point is, um, I was good. Alright, so on my list, drink more water, exercise, eat my vitamin every day, pray, do 1 chore, call 1 friend. I mean, these are great, right? Good New Year's resolutions. Stay on the fan page. Um, okay, here's one. Get rid of 1 thing every day. I mean, and not necessarily throw it away. Do something with it. Just go somewhere else, right? Because damn. Let's see. I wanted to retool the live, not big changes, just make it more organized. I can't even say that with a straight face. If organizing was the only job I had, oh, everything would just be so not gonna I don't live in that world. Yeah. So anyway, and the last one, take my wife somewhere on a weekend. More than just once, right? Get out of the house, go for the weekend. Um, so I'm down to 1. I'm still exercising. I fell off of that wagon like in August and just said, screw it. Yeah, it showed. Boy, did I blow up like a balloon. Oh, man. Anyway, so at least I'm on that. So that's a feeling of accomplishment, right? At least I got that going for me. So I'll do my maybe I'll start my New Year's resolutions on February 1st. Just offsetting, right? Just offsetting. So anyway, oh well, you know what? There's always next year. Right? There's always next year. Eat healthier. That is what. Nah, no, I'm not. No, I'll eat a salad. Okay, I'll eat a salad once in a while, and always my wife. She's good about making us a salad or veggies. And I love to give her a hard time. Salads are great. Like I said, I did figure out the best, hands down, the best topping for a salad. I a cheeseburger. Anyway, all right, so let's get back over here because I can just see them coming through it. Back again today. I'm reading the comments. Oh, it's 3 o'clock. You got something to do, right? So, anyway, and Bruce is here too. He's bored. It's cold outside. Standard winter day. Oh, Conrad Jajarski. All right, we're getting ready for alternative market. So doing some spooky and scary stuff. Coffin-shaped purses. Those are just extremely creative. Some devilish masks. Cool. Love all this stuff. Oh, Conrad, I got to agree. So many creative possibilities. And we're going to talk about that too. Yeah, going down the rabbit hole. I'm going to see if a lot or if it's just me, right? Okay, so anyway, uh, and Conrad, loads of love and strength to those affected by the fires in LA. We have been watching that every minute. We've got some family out there. They're in an area where their evacuation, they're just at level 1. They said the winds didn't come in as soon or as hard as they were thinking. God bless each and every firefighter out there doing that job. Bless their hearts. Prayers are with y'all. Everybody, not just the firefighters, everybody out there. I'm just amazed at the devastation. I can't believe that. Prayers are with everybody out there. We're thinking about you and we'll help where we can. Absolutely help where we can. Let's see, Norris. Okay, I'm here to learn something. But being a greenhorn, everything is new. Don't stress, Norris. Don't stress. Start easy. First thing, you're going to be amazed at what you can do with no skills and very few tools. I'm not kidding. Look at some of our videos. I try to shoot our videos from the viewpoint of somebody that is either maybe not brand new because there's different levels. Like some of our projects, very simple, great for the new folks, and then some much more difficult. I might say I don't know if I've done difficult. Most of mine are kind of in the middle, like the gun belt. The gun rig was kind of pushing that up a little bit, but no, just enjoy every minute of it. You're going to be amazed at what you can do. Yeah, I'm sure some other folks are gonna jump in here because you just joined a family of 13,000 people. Yeah, holidays are gonna be a bitch, right? But anyway, you'll see. Just work it and just start easy and have fun with it. The one thing that I think always helps is we do that first little project. I guarantee you 99.9% of the time you're gonna be surprised at what you were able to do. But then take that project and go to the next. Take what you learned there and maybe add a little something like hand sewing. Easy, easy. Hand sewing's a breeze. Looks just like a machine stitch. You don't have to buy a $3,000 sewing machine to sew leather. And I think we hand sew in 90% of the videos, or 90% of the video that have sewing. we're doing it by hand. I hit the cub and I use the 303 once in a while. I love both of them. Oh damn, right? Especially for the gun belt. So I had to bring this over. Um, because that's our cub stitch line. And look, it is so pretty on that. That's my favorite dye color, right? So I talked to Fibings. I talked to them for once in a while. They send some stuff in for our giveaway. But I sent him an email recently, because there's one gentleman there that I deal with regularly. He's marketing and sales. Great guy. They're all great people at Fibings. I just happened to tell him, okay, one of my favorite dye colors is a 50-50 mix light brown mahogany. And it's an absolute beautiful color. I haven't checked my emails in a little bit, so I don't know if he's emailed me back. But I told him, I said, if y'all mix this, you got to call it Chuck's Mix. Period. Sorry, that's the way it is. That's just the way it is. But anyway, this is a little bit more of a difficult project. But again, beginners, just dive in, give it a shot. You're going to be surprised at what you can do because none of the steps there are difficult. There's just a couple little tricks and tips that are going to help you out. Don't feel like you got to go there today. By any means, you don't have to be there today. Start simple and love every minute of it. And you'll see some folks here will give you some oohs and some ahs and some confidence. It's just we're leather people. And I see so many, um, I wouldn't say other crafts, but maybe crafts. Everybody's real secretive. Oh, I'm not going to show you my. Leather people will just blow the lid off of that crap. What do you want to know? And in fact, sometimes we can be a little overboard. We're not bossy, we're not pushy, we're aggressively helpful. So you'll see. Stick with us for a little bit, but I hope you have a great time with it. Anybody that's new, dive in and have a great time with it. You'll be surprised at what you're capable of doing, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. So, Binder and Leathercrafts. Hey there, Chucky Poo. How are you now? Well, hello right back. Doing good, and I hope you are too. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks for being here. I hope there's some good information here, something that'll help us out. We've got a craft bell. We need to laugh at those. Step back from the bench, give it a day or two, then we can laugh about these mistakes. And that's it. So, anyway, Ron Dowdy is with us. Ron, good to see your name pop up. And Bridget Benson. Always a pleasure to see your name too. Carrie, hallelujah, man. Hope you love the job. I hope you like, and if you don't love it, it's still a paycheck. And that's what we're out here for, right? Yeah. Not here for my health. Well, no, not for my health, but enjoyment. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, uh, so Norris, jump in and have a great time with it. That's where I always go with that long rant. Yeah, I tend to go the long way around the barn most times. And on my videos, I was kind of almost thinking that explanation, I've kind of got it down, but I always seem to go a little overboard on what we could do or what we shouldn't do and the reasons why and then all of a sudden the video is 40 minutes long. So I'm not going to change that. Anyway, all right, let's see. Night for today. Hope you're doing all right, Joshua. It's good to see your name pop up. Leanne Keeler, hello right back to you. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. Okay, Justin. J&J Schiffler. Good to see your name pop up. Absolutely. I need to email you. I need to email you. So, excuse me. Wow, look at all the ones I'm missing. Okay, Bert Siegel. Oh, all the new names, y'all. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for joining us. Let's see, I have 12 hours of labor, saddle stitching the main strap of a Ranger belt. Doesn't matter. It's going to be worth it. Worth it. Absolutely. And I'm the same way. And I'm in the back of my mind, like sewing a belt, right? So anybody sew a belt and you get the banana? Yeah, because when you sew one side, it does that. It's like, oh crap, oh crap. But then when you sew the other side, it comes back to true. But we don't have to have a sewing machine to put in a pretty stitch, but where I'm going with that is that once we complete a project like that, 12 hours, that's a lot of hand sewing. It really is. That's kind of at the top end, Bert. But when we finish it, the rest of our life, we're going to look at that and go, wow, I did a great job on that. And we got forever. We'll think, I'm glad I went to the trouble to sew that, to hand stitch that. Um, I love hand sewing. It's beautiful. It absolutely is. We don't need a machine again to do beautiful hand sewing, and it's easy. It just takes a little bit of time, but so worth it. So worth it. Absolutely. I hope that comes out beautifully. I hope the Ranger belt absolutely is stunning. So, um, let's see. Okay, Divison. Oh, craft fails. Yeah, we opened that keg, didn't we? Tap that keg. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Crap out. I haven't had him in the last 12 or so months. That's only because life's got in the way and the bag I was making a year ago is still in bits. That happens. It happens. It's always there when you're ready to come back to it. And you come back to it with maybe renewed vigor and dive into it and finish it out. That's I got a bin of half finished stuff over there. When I retire, yeah, I'll put that on the list. Yeah, when I retire, I'm gonna sit my ass down for a minute. Anyway, okay, so let's see. Okay, Dawn Green, clicker oh, yeah, the clicker impression video was awesome. I made so many impression stamps and have made so much to prepare for spring markets. Yeah, I even pressed on both leather sides. Oh, I didn't really think about that. Oh, that's a cool idea. Yeah, I didn't know. I did that little, my mom wanted some bookmarks. She had one years ago. I even remember seeing this, but it was just like an 8-inch piece, maybe the top end, top 1.5 inch was cut into fringe, and it was a veg tan, so it kind of held its body. Pressed in I couldn't I didn't have time to tool and like 15, right? So I had to come up with a way to put a nice cross design. There's so many ways we could go with that. Now, a clicker is a big help because, you press it, you're done, you walk away. Doing it by hand's a little bit more difficult. You got to kind of press it, work it. Doesn't hurt if you can put a little weight on it, let that stay there. But nonetheless, when I was working on prepping for that video, I went to one of the big craft stores and oh man, there's so many things we can impress into leather, and we don't have to tool it or carve it or stamp it. We can just impress it. And I mean, there are things out there I will never have the skill to tool or to carve or stamp. Combinations look great, but just not going to happen. And I mean, there's racks of cool little. Oh, I'm so glad, Dawn. Thank you for mentioning that. I wasn't sure, but that's cool. I'm impressed on both leather sides and it came out so good. That's cool. There's one more, and I didn't include this because it was kind of a mistake. But the more I think about it, I know I'm looking at my 4-ton. So on there was a little tree of life. I mean, it's like a little pair of earrings. It's like $1. I don't know. So we pressed the tree of life in. Well, I had some 4 to 5, and I didn't really case it. Just I'm experimenting, see what looks better. So I went a little too hard, and I heard it go. I'm like, uh-oh. Right? Uh-oh. So I lifted my 4-ton, and it actually impressed that down into the leather. I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. And I thought, but no, not for the video. I mean, because it was a mistake. It wasn't because I did it 2 or 3 times because I heard and so it was that little douche was it actually breaking through the top grain and impressing that down in the leather. The more I think about that, though, I mean, it's not gonna stay in there forever, but that leather kinda closed down a little bit around. I don't think I have any of those. Anyway, the top grain kinda closed down a little bit around the impression. It's like, "Okay, that could be cool." But then, like, I don't know if that's gonna stay in there. If the leather bends, it's gonna pop out. But if we can pop it out, maybe add a little glue, pop it back in, and then use it on something that's not necessarily gonna bend, like a belt or a strap, maybe pouch flap or briefcase flap or something like that that's not gonna normally bend hard. Oh, that could be cool. Anyway, Don, nonetheless, thank you for bringing that up, makes my day. Absolutely does. Let's see, oh, okay. Let's see. The Glass Alchemist. Well, first off, glad you're with us. Tina Davis, you too. Tina Dennis, sorry about that. I know I cleaned my glasses, but I have glasses all over my shop. I might have just picked the wrong up, put wrong pair. Anyway, Tina, sorry about that. Shoulder. There we go. Am I that far behind? I might be. But anyway, Tina, hope you win. Hope you win. Let's see, The Glass Alchemist. I think my next learn will be lacing. Oh, I hand stitch everything, but I want to learn to do lace. It's just not something I've ever picked up. I can do edge lacing. I can do a couple of different designs. It's just hand sewing is not terribly tedious. I mean, like we've shown in one or two of the videos, if we've got our chisel through that leather, we've got a good hole there, we can sew 2.5 inches a minute. That's pretty fast. I mean, you think you can sew a foot in a minute? That's no, sew a foot in about 4 minutes or under five. That's not bad. Edge lacing. So I did a purse for my mom, and I edge laced the throat. I don't know, maybe 14 or 16 times 2 times probably 4, 8. Anyway, it took me like 4 hours to hand sew 3 feet, maybe or less. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, it looks so good. And I used the deer lace, which is my favorite because it's got that flat look to it. It's a little bit stretchy. Oh, and the colors. Oh man, I wish I'd grabbed them all. Um, but anyway, they're in a video I just finished. Just finished. Be up on the 31st. The point is, I love edge lacing. Oh, and there's so many gorgeous patterns. Spanish basket weave is my favorite, but there's so many out there. Um, Glass Alchemist. Jump in, learn it. You're going to do some beautiful edge lacing, and it is such a nice touch to almost any project. It really is. Good luck with that. Uh, Erica, Mike Young, Chris, Shoulder, 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 Blue Rose Lion. Yep, there you go. Once you figure it out, you'll love it. Um, okay, James Howard. I started lacing yesterday. It's slow and a bit more technical, but looks good. Agreed. Agreed. Okay, Jim Jenkins, Chuck, when you saddle stitch, do you stitch away from you or towards you? It doesn't. It more depends on the project. If I've got to turn something this way and sew in or I have to flip, it kind of really more depends on the project. But same thing going both ways. Yeah, same thing going both ways. Um, let's see, Bert. Okay, 90 inches, 90 inches worth of stitch. Yeah, I know. Even choking up sort of helps, but it really doesn't. And there's really like on a belt, there's no place to hide a knot. Like with journal covers, pouches, you can hide that knot under the gusset or a billet or something like that. Belt does not offer thus that opportunity. So I typically will start and stop like on the buckle end. So your eyes are kind of more on the buckle than the back stitch or the knotting. Uh, let's see. Yeah, okay, James Howard doing a Mexican basket weave. On a knife sheath, it's taken me over 5 hours so far. It takes 4 passes to complete. Yeah, I do. That's exactly right. I think that's, yeah, we got to do 4 passes on that. Yeah. Ooh. But again, so worth it. It's like the hand sewing. Um, so let's say it takes us 10 hours to hand sew a project. If we, let's say it's a belt, right? So we wear that belt to work 1 year. That's 2,080 hours. I think that's a 40 hour week times 52. Um, right there alone, you're going to enjoy it for 2,000 hours. That's 5% of that time, if my math is correct. Um, Not to mention the compliments. And when people look at it and go, wow, that's, you point out that this is hand sewn, they're like, oh, that can't be hand sewn. Looks just like a machine. Yeah, baby. It's hand sewn and it took me a long time. But I tell you, once you get that first compliment, right? 10 hours of hand sewing, now we wear that as a freaking badge on our shoulder. That took me 10 hours. Damn right. Yeah. So it actually goes from tedious to a badge of honor. So that's, it's a good point. But the bigger point, we're going to love and enjoy that project. Doesn't matter how long it took us to edge lace or to hand sew it. We're going to love that about 1,000 times the amount of time it actually took that. So as we sew along, I try to keep that in the back of my mind. I've got stuff in my shop hanging like crap on every wall, every square. But I will tell you this, there are certain projects when I walk by them, I probably made that 10 years ago, but when I walk by it, I look at it and just think, I'm so glad I went to the trouble to do the stamping or the sewing, or I'm so glad I went to the trouble because now I look at it and go, nice job, Chuck. You did a good job on that project. And it'll be like that from here on out until we're pushing up daisies. We'll look at those certain projects and think, I'm glad I took the time. I'm glad I took that time to do it. And it looks so good. So I'm going to quit rolling on that. I know. Yeah. Get me to talk about leather and the issue. The tricks get me to shut up. Right. So, uh, yeah, James, I can't wait to pin the badge on for this project. I bet. Let's see. Chris, I just don't want to. I don't want to botch your last name. To me, that's it's the worst thing you could do. Chris, but nonetheless, what weight should I get for my first couple of projects? I have some books from my uncle for knife sheath. Went down the rabbit hole of weights, and my brain spun for a minute. Chris, I'll show you why I'm laughing. Okay, because you really hit on a good point, and I actually wrote this on my script. Um, Chris, I might say I love the natural veg tan because the tannery has basically said, we're just going to tan this leather up to this point. From here, it's up to you. Okay. So now we can dye it, we can wet form, carve, stamp, antique, paint, top grain. Now we can, I mean, really take that leather and make it into a project where we've just worked on every inch of it. Even the dye color is our choice. All right. So where I'm going with this, I would say first off an 8 to 9 ounce natural veg tan, because an 8 to 9 ounce standard belt weight that makes everything from belts to sheaths, holsters, um, saddlebags, and pouches. I mean, there's so much we can make out of an 8 to 9 ounce, just about everything. I wouldn't say everything because it's not going to make a great coat, right? It's not going to make a great pair of socks. Yeah, but the point is, there's so many things we can make with an 8 to 9 ounce veg, and you learn how to dye, which is a breeze. Dip dyeing is a breeze. Um, Hand sewing, um, top coating, stamping, one of my favorites. So that allows us to manipulate the leather completely. Whereas a chrome tan, that's a garment and upholstery leather. That's for car seats and jackets and pants and dresses and skirts and cloaks and right. I typically call a chrome tan a cut and sew because we can't manipulate the leather at all. It comes to us ready to cut and sew or rivet into a project. So that's why I tend to like the veg tan. Now, I might say a good companion. Johnny has paid a call. All right. So, oh, Miriam's on it. This wouldn't happen without Miriam. None of it would happen without Miriam. So, okay. Let me get over to the right page here so I can make sure I give you all the right tricks or all the right information. Yeah, I'm going to be more organized. I can't even say that with a straight face. All right, let me see what's going on here. Oh, here's all the stuff we're supposed to talk about. Okay, where is that? Well, crap. Little clock. We're waiting. All right, let me see if I can do this. Okay, here we go, because I got a blank page in here. I don't know why. All right, so our winner today for a single shoulder, Blue Rose Lion. Congratulations. Very cool. All right. Love the single shoulders, and I hope you will too. We've got these in multiple weights. So here's what you're going to do. Email us at supplyinfo@weaverbrands.com. We're going to need your name, address, phone number, and what weight would you like. And I prefer 4 to 5 ounce and 8 to 9 ounce. So I would say, no, it's your call. It's not your call. But nonetheless, we need those 4 things. The fourth being, what weight would you like? And we'll get that on its way to you. So congratulations. Yeah. Blue Rose Lion, very cool. Glad you won that. And I love the single shoulders. Absolutely. It's great cut for us crafters. And this is a good point. All right. So for the folks that are new, Chris, I'm coming back to help a little bit more. I've got another option there for you. But a lot of us, side's the best way to buy, right? A side, all right, so a hide is a full skin, right? A side is half of a hide. We rarely see, in fact, I don't know if I've ever seen a veg tan in a full hide. It's probably out there. Chromes typically are full hides, veg typically are half hides and down. So like we've got a side, double shoulder, single shoulder, got a back, got a bend, got a belly, which makes veg tan a little bit more affordable to us. So Chris, I might say, a good companion leather to an 8 to 9 ounce is a 4 to 5 ounce. 8 to 9 is about an eighth of an inch thick. 4 to 5 ounce, about half that, about a 16th of an inch. But a 4 to 5 is better for the smaller projects, like a smaller knife sheath or pouch or cuffs, or maybe the shorter is a bazillion project ideas there. But I might say my first priority would be 8 to 9 ounce natural veg. Next would be a 4 to 5 ounce natural veg. But there's no reason you can't order. Okay, here's a great, our cypress leather. I freaking love the cypress leather. Because I'm a costumer, and the bikers, same way. If you've ever seen a pouch made or soft side saddlebags, that's exactly the leather. It's a veg tan, but it's come to feel like it's tanned. I know I'm talking. It's tanned to feel like a chrome tan. Yeah, we've got the best of both worlds there combined into one piece of leather. Anyway, and 5 gorgeous colors, and it hand sews nicely. Where I was going, let me back up. Geez, Chuck, some organization might help. Right? Where I was going with this earlier is with the cuts of leather. Leather's it's a quantity deal, right? So the bigger piece you buy, the less price per foot you pay for that. Now, some leather is sold simply by the foot. And if you get a 27 square foot side, you're paying for 27 square feet. Whereas a V-cut double shoulder. And Chris, here's another option for you. V-cut double shoulder. This is just a double shoulder. It's just, they're enormous because they come from Brahmins. Big hides, or big sides, big hides. Anyway, it's got a little V-cut at the top where they cut around the hump. Anyway, it's a good price because that's a per piece price. So if you get a really big one, you break that down by the square footage, divide your cost by your square footage, you're down to like $5 a square foot, which is not bad for a good piece of veg tan. And in fact, the quality of our V cuts. That's made the holster and the belt with our V-cut double shoulder. So where I'm slowly trying to get with this is that for a lot of us crafters, we work in a smaller space. So a side, an absolute headache. I've got an 8-foot table over there, 9-foot table in my weaver shop, and still I've got to clear everything off of that entire table to lay out a side of leather because they're going to be 8, 9 feet long. The point is, we can buy a double shoulder, we can get a single shoulder, we can get a belly, we can get panels. So the point is, a lot of times it's better for us to buy a smaller cut of leather because it's just not such a damn headache to deal with in our shop. So 20 minutes later, that's where I was actually going with that. So, um, Chris, see if that helps. See if that helps. Let me see if I can't. Oh, I'm so behind, y'all. I'm so behind over here. Uh, okay, Debison, yeah, double shoulder is plenty big for me. You're exactly right. And double shoulders typically, all right, so if you think of a cow, we've got the full hide, we've got the sides. A double shoulder is the shoulder blades on the hide. That for the belt makers is the best cut because the hide it goes across the hide, so there's less stretch to that. So the higher end belt makers, that's what they want. To me, I just go lengthwise. There may be this much more stretch if you get a quality side or double shoulder. Might just be a little bit more, but that's typically the characteristic of a double shoulder is that it goes across the hide, unlike a side that goes lengthwise. And then a single shoulder is just half a double shoulder. That's all it is. So the smaller cuts, that's why I always like to push the single shoulders in the videos because for us crafters, it's a much easier piece of leather to deal with. And the price on those, very reasonable for a good quality piece of leather. Okay, so yeah, Debison, good point. Good point. Uh, oh, J2G Designs just got shipped out 2 of the 1881 Herman Oak sides. These are gorgeous. Yeah, they're expensive. Boy, but they are gorgeous. And Herman Oak, they're Herman Oak just great. It's a big building of great people. I mean, they're leather people. Fibings, Herman Oak, Shaheen, they're all just great people to talk to and to deal with. Um, oh, and there's so many names here, y'all. Okay, Lost Ways Detecting and Treasure Hunting. Thank you for being with us. Matt Brown, same way. But yeah, let's see. Okay, Lost Waves. Love using single and double shoulders. Double shoulder is all I ever used for the first 20 years because I like the length and it was a good buy and it's not too big. But then I started jumping over to sides, um, simply because that I have the room to work a side and that price per foot drops a little bit. Um, Okay, Chris. All right. Let's see. I greatly appreciate the info. I hope it helps. I do. I was starting to learn from my great uncle. There was a huge name out in the saddle repair and saddle making. Nice. Unfortunately, he passed before I got to learn as much. Chris, I hate that. There's so much we could learn. And my great uncle, um, in the military, I think World War I, as a side job in the army, he repaired saddles. And he passed. I was real young. He passed. Can you imagine the information that we've lost? When folks like this pass, I just can't imagine. Um, let's see, Tracy Kenny. I have 2 orders. Oh, that jumped out at me. Yeah, of leather and hardware that has been. Oh no! Oh, I thought you had 2 orders. Somebody had placed an order. Uh, Okay, let's see. In limbo, transit for over a week now because of weather and road. Tracy, I'm sorry to hear that. Another reason I like summer. Yeah, I don't hate winter, but yeah, down here in the South, we don't. It's just cold. Up north, y'all got sledding and skiing and pond hockey, and it's just cold here. That's all it is. So, Tracy, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it'll get to you. I hope it'll get to you, and I hope you love what you got. I hope so. I'll keep my fingers crossed. Uh, let's see. Okay, James Amato. Good point. You're exactly right. For the money, you're best to get a double shoulder. Love them. Absolutely love them. Uh, let's see. Christopher Barnes. Oh, geez, the weather. Yeah, everybody's talking about the weather. No kidding. Yeah, luckily in Ohio next week, now it's just showing like -1, so that's better. I know. I complain about it being in the, low 20s here, and for y'all, that's like summer. Ooh, this feels like spring. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I lived in Doylestown, Pennsylvania growing up for a year. Learned to ski, learned to snow ski, learned to play pond hockey. Everybody sled on the golf course. We played snow football at the bus stop. People in the neighborhood would stop and they'd let you grab onto their bumper and drive a little bit down the street. You could ski behind the car. Man, y'all are great winter. Anyway. Uh oh, okay. Roosters Leather and Steel. Nice. Started using the Cub. Oh man. I love that machine. I really do. Uh excuse me. It's so easy. I mean, for us crafters, if you want to start sewing the thicker leathers, geez, that thing, I mean, you barely have to turn the flywheel and it just sews it. I mean, like right there. I mean, look at that beautiful stitch. Same on the holster. I mean, I love the hand sew, but like I said in the video, man, it's hard to argue with that. Yeah, for us crafters, that's a big ticket item. Absolutely. But again, if you want to, it's a machine that's going to last generations, and it's so easy to maintain. And to sew, I'm so surprised because a lot of us leather crafters, we're not production shop sewers. Never have been, not gonna be. I've seen these folks. They sit down and they drop. We're gonna do a video on this here in the near future. You'll see what I'm talking about. They sit down and hit go. And I mean, they're doing 1,000 stitches a second. And they stop on a dime. They didn't sew off. They didn't sew in. They didn't skip a stitch. They didn't sew off the end and go, oh crap, now I got a back stitch. Man. So the point I'm getting at, gee, Chuck, can you get to a point today? Um, is that for us crafters having a machine like that, you're a pro at sewing in 4 stitches. I mean, you put and you're sewing, and it's easy to thread, easy to maintain. What I love about the Cub is that it's a flywheel. You can take this to shows. You can take it. You could go camping. Oh, you're going to be popular on a camp out. Think how many things you can repair at a camp out from all your friends. I'm not taking it to my wife's barn because, oh damn, there's some. I I repair for my wife. All the girls at the barn. I'll do their. I just finished a halter. Just one of the. I think the chin strap, one end wore out, so I put a new one in. Now, okay, so now she takes that back. Oh, they love it. Okay, here's another one. Oh man. Okay, this one, this is a pair of reins. This is weird because what we need. Let me see if I can find because this is a trip. Okay, so we've got a hook there. We've got 2 keepers on that. Same on the other end. All right, so we got 2 keepers in. They sewed that keeper in. As far as I can tell, that keeper, both of those, was actually sewn in. I don't know how they did that. I don't know how they did that. I don't know how they did that. Unless they can force the keepers out, sew it. I don't know how they did that. I'm not sure how I'm going to repair that one. I'm just not going to keep her. It's not an expensive pair of reins. It's just a pair of reins that one of the girls, they just love them. So I'll figure out how to fix that. Anyway, my nose itches. I don't know why. I don't know why my nose never itches until I get on the live. Anyway, oh, here's another one. I know we're running out of time quick here. I haven't done any of this. I spent the entire morning putting stuff together so that I have plenty to talk about. Hey, y'all, thanks for giving me plenty to talk about. I don't even have to get to this. In fact, this morning, I pulled up the script from the last time. I'm like, ooh, did I talk about that? No. Did I talk about that? No. That no. I don't. And then I got to one. I don't remember if I talked about that one or not. Ooh, good organization. The point is, right on my attempt to try to start getting rid of stuff, I went through my closet and my chest of drawers. Yeah, I got like 80 t-shirts and I wear 4, right? So I got stuff out for the Goodwill, for the veterans. And I pulled out 1 or 2 hoodies. The point is, these make the best rags. Hoodies, sweatshirts, sweatpants. I can honestly say I've had this hoodie 20 years. Really? I haven't worn it in 19. Ooh, but we better keep it in the closet because you never know, right? No. Rag box. In fact, I don't know if you can see my rag box back there. It's stuffed full of stuff now. Oh, because t-shirts are great cotton rags, right? Yeah. So anyway, I think we have covered everything. One more for Kevin. Bless your heart, Kevin. Beautiful. Thank you for that. More than you know. It's now 4:00. I feel like I'm working into your time. And look at all the names coming in. Y'all, if I didn't get to mention your name, please forgive me. We did. I think your chat rate's about 14. That means average of 14 chat or 14 comments per minute over 60 minutes. It's a lot. But thank you. Thank you for being here. And thank you for joining us and putting out great comments and great answers. And for the new folks, giving them some good confidence. And I can't say enough. I don't have the words to say how much I appreciate y'all and being a part of this group. It makes my day. It really does. And y'all, we're going to start wrapping it up. It's like saying goodbye to family. It's going to be a minute, before you get back out. You got bye, y'all, and we'll see y'all, and I'll call you, and right. But the point is, y'all, thank you so much for being here, for being just great folks. God bless each and every one of you. I hope everybody has a great 2025. 2024 sucked. 2024 gave us the finger on the way out. But we got a whole new year coming up. Got a big list of great projects. I'll leave that up to y'all to decide if they're great projects and great videos. But the point is, y'all, it's been an absolute pleasure to spend this time with you. I'll see you in 2 weeks. I'll do my best to come up with some stuff we can actually talk about. I didn't get there, but that's okay. Y'all, thank you for making this what it is. It's an absolute pleasure. Love y'all. Love spending this time with you. Have a great time with Leathercraft. Make something beautiful. Have a good time doing it and give it to somebody that's absolutely going to love it. All right. Y'all have a good 2 weeks, a good evening, second half of your week. See, I don't want to leave. I don't. All right, y'all. Have a great weekend. Everybody stay warm. Do your best to stay warm. Tuck into that shop and make something pretty. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, good luck with your projects. Yeah, we got to get that one in there. All right. So we'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Y'all have a great 2 weeks, and we'll see you then. Bye, y'all.